Fala pessoal, como é que vocês estão? Tudo bem? Como eu falei pra vocês na semana passada, o programa das entrevistas está de volta e hoje estamos aqui com não um, mas dois personagens muito importantes do time do Goianos Futebol Americano, Shonny Nelson e Jaylin, quarterback e running back / safety da equipe do Goianos para essa temporada. First of all, guys, I just want to say thank you for both of you for being here. It's really nice to talk with you for the first time, both of you. We're recording this after the first win, so congratulations for both of you guys. And first of all, just want to say thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Before we start, we both of you guys were announced into the team early this year. This is not usually in Brazil, we have a lot of teams that keep hiding when they're gonna bring American players and this kind of stuff. But how was for you, both of you? I think that Shonny can answer first, then Jaylin second. How was for you, both of you guys, the first contact with the team and getting to know Brazil, then Brasilia, and get on the Goianos team?
For me, it was definitely great. I love the team. From the first contact, it was really great. Showed me a lot of love, and when I came here, they showed me even more love. So it's been great being with the team.
And for you, Jaylin, how was the first contact to finally getting here in Brazil?
It was good. It was smooth. I talked to Coach Andrew. He was the one who recruited me, and the process for a couple of weeks. But after I signed and decided to come here, they welcomed me here with open arms, and ever since I've been here, man, they showed me nothing but love, man. I'm excited to be here and grateful to be here.
I think that you already have to answer that a lot, but how was Brazil treating you guys?
I'll go first. Brazil, when I first got here, kind of like a culture shock, but in a good way. I got to experience, and that's something Coach Andrew emphasized on signing me here. He was like, yeah, you're coming to play football, but you're also coming to experience a new culture. And it's been amazing so far. The people here are extremely welcoming and nice, and they want to hear about your experience as an American in Brazil. Versus it's everything that I pictured it was going to be was the complete opposite. And it's just amazing. I like going out. I like walking. I like going to the market. I like trying to communicate with people, even though my Portuguese sucks. But I try to create these experiences because I'm here for a reason. We're not going to be playing football forever. So why not enjoy the culture and the experience?
And how about you, Jay? How Brazil's treating you so far, Shonny?
I would say it's definitely treating me great. I mean, great food, great people. It's been definitely a culture shock for me. Everybody's been really, really nice, and it's definitely been great eating acai every day. So.
Yeah, you're gonna get surprised that acai is different in several parts of Brazil. So
yeah. I've heard the original acai has no sweetness to it.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
you
sir.
eat with rice and beans. It's completely different. And for both of you guys, it's the first experience that you're having after college. It's the first experience that both of you having overseas. How good is for both of you having an American player living for the first time, this kind of experiencing, you're living together, and you think that make the experience better, understanding the problems and the good stuff, and how it's been for both of you guys having this first experience with some American player who's having this first experience too? I think we can start with Shonny right now.
I think it's been great. I mean, definitely, as soon as I met Jay in the airport, I already knew we were going to hit it off, and it's been great living with him and everything. He's a great running back, but he's even a better roommate. So I'm glad I get a chance to hang out with him every day.
And about you, Jaylin?
I'm the organized roommate. I'm the clean roommate. I'm the one who makes sure the house is clean. It's been fun. I mean, living with, obviously coming to another country with another American, you get to share the experience together, and then being able to live with each other and share our day-to-day experiences together, it also helps. And, he's my quarterback, so I'm glad I'm be able to be with him every single day because that's who I rely on game days. And it's also cool. We're staying with our tight end and president of the team, Pedro Dunk. He's also a good roommate, good guy to be around, and he helps us out when it comes to like the barriers between Portuguese and English and like But as far as being roommates with Shonny Nelson, he's okay. I'll give him a 8 out of 10.
That's great. And now this question is just for you, Shonny. Last year, Goianos have a great team, playing the second division of the national here in Brazil. Got a lot of big wins. Andrew got on the team on the middle of the process, on the middle of the competition last year. But for me, and I think for other persons, like the quarterback position was something that could be better last year. So before you got here, you watch like how the Goianos play last year. You're trying to know a little more about football for understanding how you can bring your game for Brazil.
I definitely watched last year. I definitely seen they had a great team and they were building something really strong, and I feel like I could only add to it. So I feel like that's what I've done. And it was already a great team when I came here, so I think I just add a little bit of flavor.
And Jaylin, going for you right now, you was announced as a running back, but since the game that you have against Tubarões do Cerrado, that was like the first game that you have like this year before the national starts. You play a little offense, a little defense. That was something that you were talking with the team since the day one, or after you got here in Brazil, you were like, no, I think that I can give some tackles, I can play some defense here, I can help both sides.
So no, from the jump, it was just strictly running back. When I got here, I was joking with coach about playing defense here and there, and then it started in our flag team. I was like, you know what, like the flag team had already established an offense. Really, the same guys for some years. So I was like, let me just go play defense and have some fun. And then I was like, you know what, can I play for full pads? Because I played defense way back in high school about 5 years ago. So like it kind of brought back that spark that I enjoyed hitting people. So I was like, if it's okay with Andrew, the head coach and defensive coordinator, like to play both sides. And he was like, yeah, as long as you're not like gassing yourself up from offense, then we're good. So we're working through it, but it's just been fun and it's been a privilege, honestly, to play both sides.
And back into the question that both of you can answer, start with Shonny. You say you watched the Goianos games last year. And how surprised was you when like you have the first contact though? Oh, we have like football in Brazil. How do you react to that and like watching not only Goianos but the other games that we have here in Brazil?
Yeah, I was definitely shocked. I know Brazil's more known for their soccer, not the other football. I can't say soccer. I get, but I'm really glad that I got a chance to see it. Everything, the first contact, I was surprised, but I'm very glad about how everything turned out.
And for you, Jaylin, was like shock knowing that Brazil have football? What do you think when you see like on the videos?
It wasn't necessarily a shock. It was more so like a shock of how well or like how far the football here has become. Because like I've always known that there was football here. I've known there was football in other countries. Like some coaches from my coaching staff in college, they have relatives who coach overseas. There's a coach who coached me. He played overseas. He coached overseas. So like I knew that American football is something that was in a lot of countries. I just didn't know that it was this big here in Brazil until Coach Bernardini made contact with me.
And still talking about like the American football here in Brazil, and that's a question that a lot of like how we call the gringos, like we always do this question, how's like what's the biggest difference like when we watch from you guys who just like finish college and play here in Brazil right now, like not only on the level, because we know that level football it's different, but on organization or how the game works, the speed of the game. What do you think there was like the big difference that you felt since like the day one you were here in Brazil? Starting with you, Jaylin.
The biggest difference here is I feel like the guys here, like no matter what team it is, they're more passionate about the game. like it's like they care about it a little bit more. Not saying that there's not guys in the States that don't care about the game, but like you could tell like there's guys here that are just like hungry for the game. Like they just want to be out there and play, no matter win, loss, draw. Like they just want to be out there and play, and I can see that drive that they have, and it's cool to see that. As far as like the game, it's a little slower pace compared to what I've played in the States. We all know that there's a difference, but other than that, I feel like it's the same purpose. Everybody's out there is the same reason. They all want to play a fun sport, and they all want to do their best at the end of the day and go out there and hit somebody. Honestly.
And for you, Shonny?
I would just say everybody's really hungry to play. You know what I mean? Like whether it's the strongest guy or the littlest guy, they're all trying to go out there and hit somebody. So it's just like football anywhere. So.
And I think this question is going to be just for you, Shonny. You as a quarterback, it for me, like, it's the toughest position of the game. You know, because you have to do a lot even before you got the snap. You have to read defense. You have to make adjustments, understanding which receiver is hot or is not, like on that moment of the game. And how is working for you, like for talking with all the players? Because again, you have like the language barrier because not everybody speaks English. And how you and the guys are working for, like during the game, you'll be able to like check in and understanding what you can do better, like game after game.
I mean, these guys make it so easy for me. It doesn't even matter that there's a language barrier. I mean, they'll get translate out or like make sure that somebody translates to me. Definitely our tight end makes it easier to Shugo. He's been making it really easy. And I think it's very easy when you have a great offensive line. All those guys up front, they make it really easy for me. And of course, Mr. Babers in the backfield, he makes it easy for me too. So.
And Jaylin, I wanna make this question for you because I was just watching your last video on your YouTube channel talking about the experience you're having here in Brazil, and it was fun because the way that you talk about like Brazil, like we're not gonna play football forever, so why not enjoying that experience? So how was for you guys? Like, oh, okay, college is over. I'm now being the NFL. I know that, accept that. I feel sad for that. I know everybody that's play want to be there. But how was for you, like, understanding, hey, I still can play the game that I love, you know, in other country, live in other stuff, and documenting that, now putting that on YouTube and maybe like inspiring other players to make the same decision that you both guys made?
Yeah, so before I came here, even when I was in college, I did YouTube. I mainly went to like the gun range and shot firearms legally, safely, nothing bad. But when I signed here, I was like, you know what, maybe I need to start vlogging because I want to capture life or my experience here in Brazil. Because like you said, it could inspire someone else to come over here, or it could just, you know, spread more information about American football in Brazil, and not just American football, but Brazil. Because like I feel like there's a lot of people who are skeptical in America skeptical about traveling to Brazil because, you know, you hear things and you hear this, that, and the other, but I feel like Brazil gets a lot of bad rep. But because so far I've been here, I loved it. I've had no problems. But as far as like coming here to play football instead of like the NFL, I feel like this is my NFL, you know, because when you sign somewhere and you're getting paid to play, it's professional. Like there's no way around it. So I may not be in the NFL. I may not have a million fans looking at me. I may not be getting paid $1 million, but I'm getting paid in a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to travel to another country, enjoy a new experience that I've never thought I'd be here. So in my opinion, that's an NFL contract for me.
That's really nice to hear. Honestly, being a guy as a former player and a guy who creates content for the American football here in Brazil is really nice to hear that, like the how big of a deal is for you guys, you know. And for Shonny, like, you want to add something? It's the same feeling. How it's been like for you, this process to like college's over, but I can still ball?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the same experience. I mean, I treat every day like it's game day, and just love the experience with the guys. And I think for me, I didn't know that it was going to be, I was more worried about the football initially when I came here, but I didn't think about the experience and the people that I met. I think that's more important. and really who you become in the journey, not who about the journey. You know what I mean?
All right. So let's talk a little about football. You know, just have your first game, 28-0. 2 points less than what you predict, Shonny, on the first game. But this is a rare opportunity to talk to players about like the game. The feeling that I have watching is, hey, we have a lot of potential here, but you still miss some reps. You know, you see like little mistakes of teams that are still like building. So how was for you guys, like starting with you, Shonny, like, okay, we have a great win. It's going to be like a big deal going to like the playoffs. But how was for the team and for you guys understanding that, hey, we have a lot of little points that we can be better?
Yeah, I think for us, it's definitely the 24-hour rule. You know what I mean? We won the game, we got over it, but the next day we gotta make sure we correct what we messed up. Whether it's me with reads, whether it's anything, you know what I mean? So I think it's important just for everybody to come together, and I think we've done that. We definitely had a good week of practice so far, and we look forward to practicing on Wednesday.
And for you, Jaylin, you feel the same? How even for just like maybe changing a little the question for you, like you think that you can bring that to the players, like, hey, we have a great win, but like we still can be better?
Yes, of course. You can always get better. My head coach from my college, he was big on the 1% rule. Like every day, no matter what category or what it is, you need to get 1% better in something. So I feel like that game, yeah, there was a lot of good things we did, but there were still some bad things that we did. And, you know, once we come across some better competition or whatever, you know, like in a different game, it could have been a different outcome for different reps, you know. And, like, a lot of guys, they were like, oh, you had a good game, this, that, and the other. And shout out to my offensive line because I feel like we did have a good run game that game. Yeah. But I feel like after watching film, there were some runs or there were some things that I could have did differently that could have made it even better. So I'm always looking to get 1% better, so I'm going to apply that same strategy with the team. And, you know, we're going to take it one day at a time. We got some time in between each game, so hopefully we can all come together, improve on some of those mistakes, and make it cleaner for the next one.
Yeah, and just for we finish, I think that's the last question for both of you guys. How much of like that chip on shoulder like both of you guys have? Because again, when a Brazil team or even like Europe or any team that's not in the US bring like American players, a lot of people are gonna talk about it. A lot of people are gonna put like more when you have mistakes, more when you have like good games. I can talk about myself, like me as a guy who creates content. When a team announces like 2 American players, I'm always expecting like bringing guys that can like really change the game and change the way that the teams play. So you think that you have the little chip on shoulder, or you're trying to like avoid that? That's kind of responsibility so early on the season.
I mean, me and Jay came here to win, and we came here to win a championship. I think anything other than that was a failure in my eyes. So I definitely came here with a chip on my shoulder. I'm trying to win, and we got the team to do it. So we got to go out there and do it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I play with a chip on my shoulder, but it's not more so towards anybody in Brazil. I think it's more so towards some opportunities in the States, you know. Like, you know, I feel kind of like, oh, I had to go to another country to continue playing. But, hey, it's the hand I was dealt, and it's a blessing. So I'm just going to take every advantage and every opportunity. Like Shonny said, we're trying to come out of here with the biggest win of all, like the one that counts the most. And as far as, like, to the Brazilian players, like I plan to bring a level of competition they've never seen before. And, you know, I hope that they can get better from that and they can understand the game better from my play. So that's my goal. And especially with the team here in the Goianos, there's 2 running backs on our team that are from here. And, you know, I try every single day or every opportunity to coach them up and help them get better because, you know, I won't be in Brazil forever, you know. So it's like I try to do my best to help everybody and just leave my mark and my impact on the game here. So then that way when I'm gone, that it'll be here forever.
That's it, guys. I just want to like thank you, both of you, for having the time. Thank you falar em português aqui, agradecer o Andrew também, que tá aqui no bastidor, tá escutando a gente durante todo esse momento. E good luck for both of you guys. Again, like, thank you a lot for like having this time for recording this interview. And good luck. You're still gonna have like a lot of good games in Brazil, and I hope that both of you can play your best game.